Welcome to another game from round 2 of the second Star-Crossed Cup. This game is going to be Luvnest versus Metalon. Luvnest playing as Soviets. Guard, motor coordination, shock rifle, and urban defense, I believe.
It's done.
Against Metalon's Oberkommando West, special operations, Luftwaffe ground forces, and scavenge doctrine. So pretty standard stuff, although he does not have fortifications. Probably worth noting, he does have access to the MG-34 from Luftwaffe, which is one of the main draws. Going to see a 3 conscript opening from Luvnest, which is what we've pretty much come to expect from him, while Metalon is going with 2 Volksgrenadiers.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
And they're just sort of spreading out to take control of their various capture points. Sturm Pioneers going for the fuel and victory point first. Volksgrenadiers making their way sort of towards the center. Looks like he maybe wants to take control of that building. No, he's just going to stay here in yellow cover. Sturm Pioneers flanking around this house, try and get into close range against those conscripts. With Volksgrenadier support here. Moves them into green cover, and he has more conscripts moving up to assist in the engagement. Looks like he's going to take a lot of damage on approach. Makes it to the green cover position, trying to brute force those conscripts away. He's taking a lot of damage, but he dishes out a lot as well. Regardless, those Sturm Pioneers will have to retreat. Only 1 man remains in this squad, and that is a lot of early manpower bleed. Probably going to cut into whatever he plans on purchasing for himself next. Combat engineers deal a bit of damage, or take a bit of damage from Volksgrenadiers over there, but they do get the fuel under control. Luvnest taking control of this fuel as well, making use, of course, of his sandbag fighting position, as always. And Volksgrenadiers in this house will deal minor damage, but with only 1 window, it's not anything to be all that worried about. More Volksgrenadiers moving up to assist here. And Luvnest has not yet researched Molotovs. Not sure if he's planning to do so or not. Maybe. Sturm Pioneers taking control here. Actually, rather than capturing the point, close in, force those conscripts to retreat before making their way towards the victory point, in fact. And the conscripts here in their green cover positions finally get forced away, and Luvnest has gone tier 1, which widely regarded to be dangerous against Oberkommando West, unless you already know that they've gone battle group headquarters. Fortunately, his opponent has. I'm not sure if he saw this. Maybe he did. Before going tier 1, but either way, fortunately for him, there will not be a flak half-track to punish this decision, and I also really don't think that there have been any mines planted yet. And he's going to have to retreat pretty much immediately now to avoid getting flame critted to death. And he's going to field himself a Rakettenwerfer to try to deal with this problem. He doesn't really have the munitions for a Panzerschreck right now. Sturm Pioneer squad didn't make it home. Apparently that was not part of Metalon's plan. I generally don't incorporate the loss of my Sturm Pioneer squad into my plans either. Wow, how is his munitions so low? Did he throw a grenade that I missed? Or has Luvnest map control just been that good? 60 munitions at 5 minutes in the game is just nothing. He really needs that Panzerschreck, or he has no defense against this. Could see another squad going down. And there it goes. Metalon now has only 2 Volksgrenadier squads and a Rakettenwerfer. Not a good situation to be in. He's fielding himself some new Sturm Pioneers now.
Enemy infantry! pioneer group is ready for action.
Squad back to full strength.
Soviets planting mines in the road, various other locations here towards the center, continuing to drive around with the M3, keep the open commando west player contained. The Raketen Warfare is just sort of hanging out here in the base. Not having much success trying to get the territory back under control, and the way he's spreading his units out, he's probably not ever going to break this containment. He basically needs to keep his entire army in the same place, or he's never going to be able to take any territory anywhere. And this is also a horrible disaster. He just bought this squad. So much for those Sturm Pioneers. Raketen lands a shot on the M3. Could it go down? Maybe, please. Yes, okay. A tiny victory for the OKW. I honestly don't think that's gonna even nearly enough, though. He needs Luvnest to just catastrophically just mess up like 4 times in a row for this game, just for this game to be possible, I think.
Engineer standing by. We earned this territory. We will keep taking fire.
Volksgrenadiers reinforcing there in the base. Finally has the munitions for a Panzerschreck. I would definitely hope he's going to get himself one, but there's not going to be a huge need for one anytime like that soon. He's fielding himself shock troops, which is going to be extremely difficult for the OKW to deal with, since they don't really have any tools to deal with that until Obersoldaten arrive. At least not from a battle group headquarters. So yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Grenade goes out there. Oh no! Oh no, that was perfectly placed to nail those Volksgrenadiers if they retreated late, which they did. And yet another squad gets wiped. Luvnest getting himself tier 3 structure. If he throws a T-70 on the field right now, there will be almost nothing that can stop him.
Secured.
Smoke grenade going down to force anything that wants to engage to get into close range.
We are ready to build
and more mines are being planted here in the middle. Tier 4 being constructed in the OKW base. So he's probably going to be getting himself Obersoldaten, but they will be extraordinarily vulnerable to the T-70 that's already just about done.
Has been converted to the headquarters building. Under attack! Taking fire! Receiving enemy
And another Sturm Pioneer squad on the field trying to take control of this fuel, and is going to get gunned down by this T-70. Fortunately, it has a little bit of a pathing hiccup and cannot chase. Honestly, I think if it had been microed a little bit better there, probably could have wiped that one too. The Raketen Warfare is moving to support, but it's probably going to get circle strafe. It does get one shot off, but it's probably going to get cleared here. And there it goes. Taken out with ease. Already 5 kills on that T-70. He's now left with basically no defense against it except for one Panzerschreck. Not going to do a whole lot. Demo charges going down and just more mines everywhere. Even if he somehow broke this containment, there are so many lethal defenses up here.
Enemy fire replenished! We are taking losses! Correct your rocket fire!
T-70's been repaired a little.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Panzer Strike Squad will retreat immediately on sight. 3 of them dead already. And there goes another full squad. And he realizes there's nothing he can do to break Luvnest's lead. Luvnest effectively utilizing his lead to keep his opponent down, and there it is. GG, well played. Metalon honestly stood no chance from the moment his initial Stern Pioneer squad got wiped. It just snowballed way out of control. Luvnest wins.